Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to draw number 9 here at the Pomeroy Inn and Suites Prairie Showdown. Feature game this afternoon, Team Chelsea Carey versus Team Teryn Hamilton out of the Edmonton Curling Club. Team Hamilton elected to take the color of rocks and give up the hammer to Chelsea Carey this afternoon. So Chelsea will have hammer in the first end. Throwing lead rocks this weekend for Chelsea Carey is Jen Gates. She throws one up just to the top of the 12-foot there. Lead rocks for the Hamilton rink this weekend. A new team that they've put together, Hamilton Aber Cheveldave. Front end players on this team, Aber and Michelle, you will probably recognize them from, would have been the 2013 Scotties. They represented Team Alberta with Christy Moore. Michelle makes quick work of that, or sorry, Amber makes quick work of that Carey rock in the top 12-foot now. Looks like Carey's going to try and go around and tuck one in behind there. Thanks. First rock for Michelle Dykstra. Just a quiet weight hit. Get rid of those red stones right off the bat. Looks like Chelsea's going on the defensive now. Going to try and get rid of some yellow and hopefully make a move to try and set up her deuce here. This is a C event game for both of these teams. Team Carey has 1 win and 2 losses, and Team Hamilton has 2 losses. So this is a must-win situation for both of these teams in order to try and crack into the playoffs. First rocks here for Caitlin Park, playing third for Team Hamilton. Trying to make that come around. The teams have been a little unsuccessful doing that so far. Really nice weight by Caitlin. Puts it right on the tee line, just biting the button. It looks like Chelsea's going to eye up the run back here. First rock for Laura Crocker from Team Chelsea Carey. Laura Crocker makes a run back and the roll behind cover. Great shot by Laura. Caitlin Park's going to take her turn at the run back as well. Sweeper's right off this. Got to curl up a little bit here. Really close. Gets it. Doesn't stick the run back rock though. So house is empty. Two corner guards up, and Chelsea's going to try and come around there one more time. Second lock for Laura Crocker. Laura in a little bit different position. Previously, she skipped her own teams, but decided to join the Kelsey Terry rink for this spiel, and I believe this is the team going forward for next year as well. Just slips it a little deep, just biting on in the back 12 now. Teryn's going to try and come around and make that rock stop a little bit shorter than where Laura did. Hamilton comes up just a little bit short and leaves out of the top 12 foot. It looks like Chelsea's going to hit this and sit and set up her deuce here. Taylor McDonald and Jen Gates on the brushes for Chelsea Carey this weekend. Just a little bit of a quiet weight hit wants to make sure she sticks around. This rock has got to curl a little bit to try and get the inside roll. Hits it right on the beak, so that's going to leave an opening for Hamilton to come and do the same thing and maybe eye up the double here. Final stone here for Teryn Hamilton. Trying for the double takeout here. Sweeper's right off. Just a straight peel, so that means Chelsea Carey is going to have a wide open draw for her deuce in the first end. Final stone here in the first end for Chelsea Carey. Wide open draw. Just got to hit some paint for her deuce to take a 2-0 lead over Team Hamilton. Sweeper's just dusting this in here and going to put it right on the tee line, it looks like. And there we have it, folks. 2-0 lead for Chelsea Carey over Teryn Hamilton after the first end of play here at the Pomeroy Inn & Suites Prairie Showdown. Couple of other big games on the ice here at the ninth draw of the Pomeroy Inn & Suites. Over on sheet number 8, Team Eden versus Team Hedon. Nicholas Adine went up 2-0 after the first end over Team Hedon. Over on sheet 6, Deanne Nichols and Team Shurik, the junior team out of the Peace Country here, and Deanne Nichols, obviously another local team up from the Peace River Country. Junior girls went up 1 over Deanne, playing the second end right now. Another big game over on sheet number 2 in the men's side, Tom Sallows versus Jeff Stoughton. This is actually a big game for Tom. Tom's right in there with all the big guys this weekend. They're doing really, really good as a team. Tom took one, so they're up one over Jeff Stoughton playing the second end right now. We'll keep you updated on all the scores going on in sheet number 9 as we follow our feature game here. Jen Gates throwing her second rock here in the second end. Just throwing the center line guard up to cover that one that's just top 4. First rock here for Michelle Dykstra in the second end. Hamilton eyeing up a couple of different options here just to shake things around a little bit. Looks like she's electing to throw some smoke at this. Calling for peel weight. Going to try and move a few rocks around and I think get rid of that one that's sitting just at the top of the button of Chelsea Carey's. Great shot by Michelle there. Mission accomplished. Gets rid of that one that was sitting top button Chelsea Carey's and moves a few things around. Things are lined up pretty nicely, though, to get rid of the shot rock now for Chelsea Carey and be sitting a mid full here. Second rock here for Michelle Dykstra. Again, going to be throwing some smoke at this. Michelle was actually the winner of the team bowling game that they had on Friday night here in town. They were out for some extracurricular activities, they were saying, and Michelle was the big winner there. So straight peels that top one off. Team Hamilton still sitting 2 in the house. Looks like, or sorry, Team Carey is still sitting 2 in the house. Looks like Chelsea's going to go ahead and elect a guard. Guard for Loyal Crocker. Slips this a little bit deeper than I think they wanted to come. Going to leave a couple options for Caitlin Park's first rock. Caitlin will be throwing some big weight at this. Just manages to peel it off. Doesn't quite get the double that they were hoping for. Chelsea's going to go right ahead and throw that guard right back up there again. Laura puts that guard just about exactly right back where it was. Teryn's going to make a bit of an aggressive move here and try coming into the house and just freezing onto the one that's in the top four, trying to possibly set a couple things up for her next shot. A little bit of discussion down at the front end, and Caitlin. Girls aren't exactly sure what they want to do. Looks like Caitlin wants to throw some weight at this again. Gonna play this with the other turn. That way they catch it a little bit wide. They'll hopefully clip one of the other rocks in the house. Still gonna curl a bit. And they end up stuffing it, so they're still sitting. Team Hamilton, or Team Carey, sorry, is still sitting 2 in the house. Does set up a bit of a double though. Those rocks were side by side before, but now that they jammed on that back one, it does set up a potential double for Team Hamilton. First rock here for Chelsea Carey in the second end. Taylor McDonald and Jen Gates on the brush. Going to try and just overlap this a little bit, little rub off. Great shot by Chelsea Carey. Sitting 2, 1, 2, 3. Team Hamilton's a little bit of a pickle right now. They do have the hammer here, but it's going to be really tough to generate a deuce out of this. Another update for you on sheet number 5, Christy Moore versus Team Rosling. Rosling gets their deuce in the first end. They're playing with second right now. Christy Moore has the hammer. Over on sheet number 3, Team Turcotte, the junior boys, versus Graham Powell. Looks like Powell gets his deuce in the first end. They are playing the third end right now. They just will update you on the second end score as soon as they put it up. Team Hamilton with their first rock, or Teryn Hamilton, I should say. Removes the stone that was at the top of the forefoot, rolls just T-line behind cover. Looks like Chelsea's just going to run this back and make it go away. Probably force Team Hamilton to take their one. It's going to be even really tough to do that, though. Brushers haven't put a lick to this yet. Gotta wait for it to curl up. Looks good. And there it goes. So Team Chelsea Carey sitting 3. Teryn Hamilton's got a tricky shot, even just to try and get her one out of this. Gonna play for the double. Just knows it, and she should be able to get away with her one and get out of this end without being too badly scarred. Final rock here for Team Hamilton in the second end. Gets it right on the nose, gets her one, and they'll be able to walk away. Score after 2 in our feature game, Chelsea Carey 2, Team Hamilton 1. Quick update over in sheet number 2, Team Sallows versus Team Stoughton. Jeff scores his deuce in the second end, so he is up 2-1 over Tom Sallows. Amber Cheval Dave with her first rock in the third end. Throws a nice tight guard up. Chelsea's going to go right after it and go right in behind. Looks like Team Hamilton isn't going to mess around too much this end. They're going right after that one in the top of the button. Try and see if they can get their rock in there buried first. Just rubbed off a little bit. Still going to kind of make the shot. Moves it to back 8. Took a lot of speed off when he rubbed on that guard, though. Pretty much a wide open hit for Team Carey here. Knows it, and they will be sitting their deuce. Jen Gates makes a hit and stick without any issues. Time for Michelle Dykstra to see if she can do the same. Sweeper's right off this. Needs to come up a little bit. Double could be in play if it hangs out there, though. Just a little flop behind. It's about half buried now. It's actually a really good shot. It's going to be tough for Team Carey to get that out without taking out their own rock as well. Great shot there by Taylor McDonald. Nice little quiet wait, was able to wrap around the guard and get that Hamilton rock out, well, just to the back 12 and sitting really nicely behind cover. First rock for Caitlin Park in the third end. Trying to squeeze it in between those two red ones. Fantastic weight. Nice shot by Caitlin. Quick update over on sheet number 8, Nicholas Sedin versus Team Hedon. Nicholas is up 4-0 over Team Hedon. They were playing the third end right now. Taylor McDonald makes another beauty. Just able to pick that Hamilton rock out without any issues. Team Carey still sitting 2. Partially buried for both of them. First rock for Caitlin Park. This one not curling as much as they were hoping for. Michelle had a really nice one where she put it right on the tee line. I think that might have been just a little heavy and didn't quite catch the curl that they were hoping for. Chelsea's going to go right after that, not messing around with any yellow rocks in the house whatsoever. She's sitting really good with 2 red rocks behind cover and wants to maintain that. First rock for Laura Crocker. Again, this one's not quite getting the curl they were hoping for. Great result, though. Looks from this angle that Team Carey is first, second, and third shot rock. A couple yellow ones kicking around in the back of Team Hamilton's, but doesn't look like it's too much of a concern right now. Great shot by Kaylin Park. Removes 2 of the Chelsea Carey team stones. Chelsea's still sitting 1 just at the top of the 8 foot that's partially buried. Looks like she's just drawn to the wings now. Try and set up her deuce. Team Carey does have hammer this end. Taylor McDonald, Jen Gates on the brush. Just trying to freeze it onto that closest shot stone, the back of a 12 foot. Great weight by Laura Crocker. Makes the freeze no problem. Teryn Hamilton's just going to go ahead and blast us out of there. No need to keep that red rock around. If they could nose this, they'd be sitting pretty good. Still have to deal with that red rock that's in the top of the 8 that's partially buried though. If they could ever sneak one around that, they'd be sitting in pretty good shape. First of 2 for Teryn Hamilton, third end. Fantastic shot for Hamilton. Avoids the jam in the back. And looks like she's sitting shot rock as well. Chelsea's going to have to go after this. She makes the double. She doesn't really have to make the double, but I think that it's a natural double there. She will be sitting 1-2. Have a nice deuce set up for her. Brushers haven't put a lick on this yet. It looks like it's hanging out there a bit. Just going to end up picking that rock out. Not quite the result that they were hoping for. This is going to allow Teryn Hamilton to try and sneak one, probably just biting the back of the button behind 2 covered rocks, and set up a potential steal here. Final rock for Team Hamilton here in the third end. Just drawn for T-line weight here, maybe back button just behind those 2 center guards. One center guard and the one that's in the top 8 foot. This rock is definitely not light. Got a little bit of steam on it. Got to catch some curl. Sweepers on it now. Just straight up too heavy. Slips that one back 12 foot. Had a great line on it. Chelsea's got a wide open draw for her too here. Going to take the same broom as what Teryn had. Just needs full 8 foot for her 2 points. Final stones here in end number 3. Chelsea Carey drawing the wide open side of the house. Needs to hit full 8 foot. Pressure's just dusting this into the house. Looks pretty good. Caitlin Park's going to try and maybe sweep this back a little bit. Should stick around. She slips back to the back 12 as well. So they're going to have to probably do a little bit of looking here. No, might have hung on for 2 points. We'll wait and update you. One for sure for Chelsea Carey. Potentially 2. After 3 ends of play, Chelsea Carey does manage to hang on in the back of the house there for her 2 points, so she is up 4-1 over Team Hamilton. Interesting discussion between the two teams downstairs before the game started about the color of rocks. This sheet, yellow rocks seem to have been the ones to take. They've definitely had the best record, but Chelsea Carey might be proving that theory wrong this afternoon. Probably going to see Team Hamilton go fairly aggressive, at least on the offensive side of things here to start this end off. Probably see a couple corner guards go up. They are down a few, so they need to generate hopefully at least a deuce here to try and get back in this game. We were talking earlier this week and yesterday about how the 8-end games in the cash bill, usually our fourth end's kind of the make or break. If the team that's up scores a couple here, then it's going to be a hit parade for the rest of the game here. But if the team that's down can manage to get a couple, then they can hopefully scrape their way back into the game here. Jen Gates for Team Chelsea Carey just throwing up another tight guard here. Pretty predictable game plan so far here for the lead stones of Chelsea Carey's team. First one, top 4. Second one, tight guard. Seems to be working okay, so I don't think they're going to change too much around. Second rock in the fourth end for Amber. Looks like Team Hamilton's going to go really aggressive and forget about the second corner guard, and they're going to try and come right around their own. Brusher's really hard on this right now. Looks like they got it by. Just hoping to get top 8, maybe biting the T-line behind cover. Great shot by Amber. Chelsea's going to have to go and peel this one off so that doesn't give her any trouble later on in the end. With the way the ice is curling this weekend, too, these corner guards are really wreaking havoc on Skipper's last rock, so they have to make the draw to the button. So Chelsea's going to go ahead and remove this one so it doesn't cause her any trouble for later on in the end. Great shot by Taylor. Another routine peel for these teams. Quick update for you over on sheet number 2, Tom Sowells versus Jeff Stoughton. Tom gets a single in the third, so they're all tied up at 2, playing the fourth end right now. Michelle Dykstra. This rock seems a little heavy. They're hoping to freeze on the one in the top 4. It's going to be a bit of a bump and possibly a roll over. That's a bit of a disappointing shot for Michelle. This is going to set up a pretty easy double for Team Carey. Chelsea motions for just normal takeout weights, so you're not going to see anything really heavy here. Sweeper's motion, then it's a little bit warm. So I think a little bit more weight than they were hoping to throw. They're looking for the inside roll. They don't need to make both of these rocks go away. They just need to move them to the back of the house somewhere. Yeah, it didn't quite catch the curl that they were hoping for. So rolled outside. Opens the door up a little bit for Team Hamilton. They're going to try and freeze on that top 4-foot rock again. See if they can't make it a little bit better this time. I like this call going around the other side. It creates a few more opportunities if there's some misses later on in the end. Great shot by Team Hamilton. Manages to get that freeze right in the top 4. First rock for Laura Crocker in the fourth end. This rock not curling as much as they were hoping for. Just a little bounce off the yellow, and they're going to sit right in the open. Still a really hard rock for Team Hamilton to remove. They can sit there and nose it, but that's going to create a little pocket for Team Carey to draw into, or it's going to create either another hit for Team Carey to get rid of a bunch of rocks. So if they can catch it right in the crotch like they're motioning there, then they might even be able to get the wired triple. This could be a really big shot if Caitlin can throw it hard enough. Caitlin's going to come down and have a little chat with Teryn here, just to make sure she knows what she's looking at. Caitlin's really eyeing up this triple here. She wants to make a lot of granite move. Only problem with this is there's a couple of jams all over the place there, so it might be a bit of a Smucker's factory. All right, looks like they finally made a decision here. Just a bit of a quieter weight shot. Remove one of the red stones. Just jiggle a few things around. Try and set up a shot for Teryn. Mission accomplished. That's a great shot by Caitlin Park. Makes it a little bit tough for Team Carey. They can't really remove any of the yellow rocks here, but they can advance their one. It's just biting the top four to the T-line, or if they catch it right, even to the button and be fully covered. That would be a really tough rock for Team Hamilton to get out if they did advance it right to the button. Second stone for Laura Crocker. Sweeper's waiting for this to curl a little bit. They're on it now. Just trying to tap this red rock up a little bit. If they can get it to the button, and that's going to be, like I said, a really, really hard rock for Team Hamilton to remove. Great shot by Laura Crocker. Teryn's going to have to really do some thinking on how she's going to remove some of these red rocks in here. Caitlin Park is able to throw the really big weight that she needs to get rid of a bunch of granite here. Quick update for you over in sheet number 2, Jeff Stoughton versus Tom Sells. Jeff gets his deuce in the fourth end, so he is up 4-2 over Tommy. They're playing 5. Over on sheet number 3, junior team, Team Turcotte versus Graham Powell. It looks like Graham gets 2 in the third and 1 in the fifth, so he is up 5-1 over the junior boys. Over on sheet number 8, that game is done. So that was Nicholas Adine versus Team Heaton. Looks like Nicholas just about ran him off the board. So it was 8-0 after 4 ends. So that game is now over. Caitlin throwing some weight at this. Great outcome, actually. Removes a few red rocks. And she's able to stick around with 2 in the 4-foot. Chelsea Carey does still have shot rock, but it is very accessible on a couple different angles for Team Hamilton. First rock here for Chelsea Carey in the 4th end. Chelsea Carey throwing a little bit of weight at this, hoping just to remove the 1 yellow stone. Curling a lot out. Her sweepers are on this. Gets the roll. Fantastic shot by Chelsea Carey. Rolls up and behind cover right to the top button. So she's got 2 rocks sitting on the button. Team Hamilton's in a bit of a pickle right now and trying to remove all these red stones. Don't think there's a shot on the yellow stone onto the 2 reds to make everything go away. Teryn looks like she's eyeing up and in off here. I don't think she can make both of those red rocks go away, but she can for sure remove one of them and hopefully get shot rock out of it. I think at this point in time, if she can cut them down. She does have hammer though, so she does have last rock. So Teryn's still having a look at this. It's a bit of a tough shot to make because she catches it too thick. There's a potential for her to take her own rock out and roll up. So Chelsea would have the only 2 rocks in the 4-foot. Got to catch this fairly thin. And there we have it. Catches it a little bit too thick. Didn't quite curl up enough for him. So Chelsea Carey sitting 2 rocks. They are in kind of the back of the 4-foot. Just be your back button for sure, just behind the tee line. So Chelsea looks like she's motioning to just weld one right in there, cover the pin. It's going to be really hard for Team Hamilton to score anything in this end if she does that. Quick update for you over on sheet number 7, Team Inglot versus Team Scheidegger. They are playing the fourth end right now, and they are tied up at 1 apiece. They blank the third. Final stone here for Chelsea Carey in end number 4. Just playing a nice easy draw. Got a little bit of a catcher's mitt to draw into. They're just trying to cover the pin. Sit 3 right on the button. Make it near impossible for Team Hamilton to score at all this end. I'm sure Caitlin and Teryn are just trying to think of how they can actually cut them down a little bit. This rock hanging out there a bit. Doesn't seem to be curling. It's not heavy either. A little bit light. Okay, well, this opens the door definitely for Team Hamilton. That rock definitely didn't go as deep as Chelsea was hoping for, so looks like Team Hamilton can actually, might even be able to score here. I think they're just trying to eye up how they can get a deuce out of this. I don't know if it's possible or not. Caitlin, I think, just wants to raise this one back and get their one and get out of this end here. Bit of a barn burner going on over here on sheet number 5 between Rossing and Moore. Rossing, the junior team, and Christy Moore, obviously the representative for Alberta in the 2013 Brier. They're all tied up at 4 apiece, playing the fourth end right now. Junior girls are giving the old veteran a little bit of a run for her money. Final rock here in our feature game. Teryn Hamilton. Teryn just playing a quiet weight tap, just trying to get her 1 point out of this. Sweepers on this hard. Line looks a little bit tight. This could be huge for Chelsea Carey. Over curling a ton, and looks like it's a little bit light as well. Chelsea Carey with a big steal of 2 points in the fourth end. That's going to take her up 6-1 after 4. This should be a bit of a hit parade for the rest of the game if I'm reading the scoreboard right. First rock for Team Chelsea Carey. Jen Gates, she's going to throw it right at the top of the forward just like she's done for most of the game here. Another great routine shot for Jen. Just a little off the center line, but I don't think it really matters at this point in time. Team Hamilton going to go ahead and throw the corner guard up. Again, not out of this game completely. They're only down 5, but if they don't score here, then it's going to be really, really tough for them to come out with the W here. Again, this is a must-win situation for both of these teams in order to make it in to the qualifiers. Michelle Chevrolet just putting up a corner guard again. It's a little bit high. With the curl and the finish of these rocks this weekend, those high guards are not quite as useful as they would be with straighter ice, so we'll have to see how that comes into play a little later on in the end. Jen Gates going to score 100% on that shot, just throwing it right through the boards, getting rid of it, trying to keep as little rocks in play as possible, keep it nice and open and simple. When you're playing a team that's up and you see the opposition throw that second rock through, it's a little bit of a deflating feeling. Any curlers out there that know that feeling know exactly what I'm talking about. A lot of experience here on both of these teams, though, so they know how to work through this. They know how to generate the points. They just have to stick to the game plan and, of course, execute all the shots perfectly. Let's take a minute to thank our team sponsors for this game. Sponsor for Team Hamilton, John Perkins Cooperators Insurance. Thank you very much, John. Team sponsor for Team Carey, Better Than Fred's Bar, Bands, Barbecue, and Sports. One of our favorite watering holes here in Grande Prairie. And of course, not to forget our title sponsor, Pomeroy Sweets. Without all of our sponsors, we could not make this great spiel happen. So thank you guys very, very much for all your support. And the hit parade begins. Chelsea Carey going ahead and peeling the center guard off. And this is actually hers. And gets the double, almost the double peel, really, really close. Those two rocks on the far right-hand side really won't cause much of a threat. Teryn's choosing to go into the house again. I'm not sure if this is the right call or not. Without any guards here, it's going to be really tough to generate some points. Nice weight by Team Hamilton, puts it right on the tee line. Still very accessible for Chelsea Carey, and She was motioning like she wanted to maybe go after that rock that they just threw, but she's just going to go after the two in the 4 foot. Get rid of those. She hits it right. She might actually make the triple and get them all. Pretty close here. And hits it. Great shot there by Laura Crocker. Makes all the yellow rocks disappear. Team Hamilton just grasping at strings here, trying to generate anything that would represent a deuce. So Team Hamilton just slips their rock a little bit deep. Might still be biting in the back of the 12 or the side of the 12, I guess. But Chelsea Carey's just going to not really worry about it too much. 2 jam opportunities back there. So she's just going to throw one right in the 4 foot. Hopefully it stops there. And make Teryn have to deal with that rock again. Nice freeze by Caitlin Park. Freezes right onto the one in the top of the 4 foot. Chelsea's going to throw some smoke at this now and try and make everything disappear. Chelsea Carey with a big push on this rock. Needed some heat to make everything go away. Just needs to hit about half a rock here. Makes the pick nice and clean. Still sitting 2 in there. Well done by Chelsea Carey. First 2 for Teryn Hamilton here. Again, going to try and freeze on the one just sitting back 8. Try and make it hard for Chelsea to get rid of it. Need a miss here to try and generate anything. Quick update over on sheet number 2, Tom Sells versus Jeff Stoughton. Fifth end, Jeff scores 1, so he is up 5-2 over Tom. A little bit of an over curl there by Teryn. Sits wide open in the back of the 8-foot. Chelsea's going to make short work of this and just remove the stone. Not a big deal, she rolls out here. I'm sure she'd actually prefer to roll out so she doesn't make any kind of a pocket for Teryn to draw into. Final stone for Chelsea Carey in end number 5. Makes some stuff go away. She ends up sitting in the house. Everything's behind the tee line. Teryn's just going to draw and get her one here and hopefully try and generate another steal in the next end. Dexter and Shovel. Dave just dusting this one in here. Just need full 4 to get their single. There it is. They get their single and they will continue on. So after 5 ends of play, Chelsea Carey is up 6-2 over Teryn Hamilton. Sixth end here in draw number 9, Pomeroy and Sweets Prairie Showdown. Chelsea Carey up 4 over Teryn Hamilton. Bit of a runaway for Chelsea Carey, and as I was mentioning earlier in the game, the red rocks on this particular sheet, sheet number 4, don't seem to have the best record, but Chelsea Carey is definitely making an argument for why you should have red rocks on this particular sheet. Probably won't see Chelsea light up here. She'll probably go for a pretty open deuce. I'm sure she'll be peeling a few guards and everything too, but still try and set up some points and just put the nail in the coffin on this this sixth end here. Winner of this game will be coming out of the C event, so still a lot of curling to go for either of these two teams, whichever the winner is. Winner of this game will go on to play Crystal Webster at 8:30 tonight. Next game we'll be featuring is at 4:30. We'll be over on sheet 3. Waiting to see if there's a couple tiebreakers on the men's side, and then there will be 2 women's games as well. Two women's games that we're featuring at 4:30 or that will be on the ice is Sherry Madaw versus Renee Sonnenberg and Val Sweeting versus Heather Nedwin. And those will be for the two qualifiers out of the B. Of course, on the ladies' side, the first qualifier out of the A is Eve Muirhead, and Team Ternzoni is our second A qualifier. Michelle Dykstra with her first rock of the 6th end. Just trying to draw it top of the button or edge of the forefoot. Ends up just biting the edge of the button. Chelsea's going to try and make some rocks disappear now. Double peel is in play for them. Looks like she's going to give her a go. Taylor McDonald throwing the heat. Sweeper's not brushing it yet. And gets the double peel and even gets the one in the back of the house. So makes a few rocks go away. Doesn't quite get the full peel. Sticks a shooter around, so. Second rock for Michelle Dykstra. Again, doing everything that they can to try and generate some points here. If they don't score this end, I would imagine we'd hear the Velcro go. Team Hamilton was telling me earlier how they were able to get out of a speeding ticket earlier this week because they were late for a game. I don't think they're going to be able to get out of this one with a win, though, so hopefully they can chalk that one up to a victory. Fortunately, it's not going to help them win any money this weekend. Team Carey makes a hit and stick. They are sitting to top 4. Kaylin Park's going to try and come down and freeze just right into the crotch of those two. Make it tough for Chelsea to get out. Couple handshakes to report for you. Over on sheet number 2, Jeff Stoughton puts the nail in the coffin on Team Salo's final score, and that one is 8-2. Over on sheet number 3, Graham Powell takes out the junior boys 6-1. So those are a couple finals for you. Straight peel for Laura Crocker. Caitlin Park just trying to advance her last stone right into the center of those 2 red rocks, their top 4. Just trying to bump it a few inches, minimize the separation between these two, and make it as difficult as possible for Team Carey to get out of this. This rock is over curling a little bit though, and not going to set things up the way they were hoping for. I'm not sure if that picked or not, but that definitely didn't go where they wanted it to. A bit of a flat double here for Laura. She's going to have to throw some pretty big weight at this. Again, not too concerned if their red rocks disappear. Just trying to keep it as open as possible and make it so Team Hamilton can't score anything. Laura Crocker throwing the heat at this. Sweepers are on it. Got to catch it really thin. Makes it look easy. Laura Crocker with another great hit. She has just been on a roll. The old skipper, turns out that she can play third fairly well. There was a whole bunch of red in play and not so many yellow. It's the way that Chelsea Carey was hoping this end would go, but I'm sure not the way that Teryn Hamilton was hoping. A little bit of a look of deflate on the girls' faces right now, and hopefully they can try and get one out of this. Keep in mind too, they don't have hammer here, so it's virtually, well, there's no guards really in play right now, and or that are going to matter that are in play. So it's going to be incredibly hard for them to try and score and keep Chelsea from getting at least a deuce out of this. Great shot by Teryn. It's going to be really hard for Chelsea Carey to try and get this out of here. Chelsea is sitting shot rock right now. Well, we'll shot 1 and 2. So essentially she could just throw a guard here. I'm sure she's looking at some way and trying to get this rock out. There's a couple tough shots. The one shot that could potentially be played is the slash pick, which again, high risk, high reward shot. I don't think she'll eye that up though. Looks like Chelsea, I'm not sure what the call is here. She might just be throwing a guard. This is probably the safer shot. Guard can't really hurt her here. First rock for Chelsea Carey in the 6th end. Doesn't want this to go too deep. If she puts it too deep, it's going to make it fairly easy for Team Hamilton to advance their yellow rock up. No, there's still an opening there for Team Hamilton to definitely remove a couple of reds. I don't think that's going to be the call. I think she's still going to try and advance her rock up a little bit and try and get shot rock. Without seeing the angle very well, I don't know if she can do that with enough weight. A lot of thought and discussion going into this right now. It's kind of a do-or-die shot for Teryn Hamilton. With the broom that she's put down, it looks to me like she's going to try and throw kind of a board to maybe control weight and just try and tick her yellow rock in, and hopefully she has enough weight on there to spill those two red ones out of the forefoot and be sitting one. She can pull this shot off. She has a chance to score here. Is it going to be enough? It might be a little too late for this game, but at least they can walk away with a victory from this end anyways. Looks like just control weight here. Maybe a little bit more. Close. Just calling it right off. Just rubbed it, and that rub saved her life on that shot. That was a definitely not the shot. Well, there was a shot they were calling, but just had a little tiny rub on that top guard and straightened things out a little bit for him. Spilled the two that were in the forefoot, so she is shooting shot rock right now. Chelsea Carey does have a shot to get this out on her own, and if she can make it, it's for, looks like 4, and that'll be the game. So great shot by Teryn Hamilton. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to be enough to score this end or even win the game. So unfortunately, those heroic shots don't always work out the way we want them to. But fantastic shot. Final stone here in end number 6 for Chelsea Carey. Again, just trying to make a hit on her own, angle it back onto the yellow one that's biting top button, and if she makes it in 6 around, it's going to be for 4. Doesn't really need this rock to stick around. If she scores anything here, I'm sure we'll see the handshakes. And she is wide. Doesn't touch the rock, so Teryn Hamilton gets away with one there. Looks like the girls are going to keep on playing. It's 6-3. They've got 2 ends to go, so that was definitely a sigh of relief from the whole Hamilton rink. Chelsea Carey is shaking her head a little bit at that one. Not really sure what happened, but maybe just overthrew it a little bit. I didn't quite see. So it looks like we're going to keep going here on our feature game. Chelsea Carey up 3 on Teryn Hamilton. Playing 7. So after the fabulous shot by Teryn Hamilton in the 6th end, we are continuing play here in the 9th draw. Amber Chevelday is going to throw up a center line guard here. Chelsea Carey does have the hammer again this end. So Jen Gates is going to throw one top 4, I'd assume. She's got top 4 weight in her back pocket this game. Quick update over on sheet number 5. Rossing versus Team Moore. Christy Moore just scores 3 on Rossing, so she will be up 7-5 going into the 7th end. I was talking to the coach of Christy Moore's team, Brian Moore, obviously world champion coach, coached the fabulous Furby 4 there for a number of years. And he's telling us Rossing rink, the junior girls are really holding their own. In the whole weekend, they've gave all the big teams a pretty good run for their money, so good on them. Bit of a barn burner over on sheet number 7. Team Inglot versus Team Scheidegger. They're all tied up playing the 7th end at 4 apiece. Another game to update you on over on sheet number 6. This game is done. It was Deanne Nichols versus the young junior girls, Sherlick. Deanne puts a bit of a beating on the young girls and wins that one 7-1. Second stow for Jen Gates, throws it through the rink, puts it right in the backboards there, and play will continue on. Chelsea Carey again is going to try and keep this as open as possible. Team Hamilton's got a couple good guards up though, just off the center line. They're staggered a little bit, so they're going to try and make use of those as much as humanly possible. Michelle Dykstra is going to come in and try and draw right on top of the top of the 4. Second rust for Michelle Dykstra. Girls need to get this one in the house. Can't be short. If it is, it's going to be devastating, and they do leave it a little bit short. Chelsea Carey is going to peel this off anyways, but a couple of missed peels there by the Carey team. You'll see the one that's just biting the hog line, the red stone there. Taylor McDonald throwing a routine peel. This one's hanging out there a little bit. Sweeper's just dusting this one. Makes it no problem. Caitlin Park up now for Team Hamilton. Trying to freeze again right on top of that red one in the forefoot. A little bit of a bounce is okay here. Freeze would be ideal. There is a red rock that is, like I said, just biting the hog line there. Very, very high. That's not going to be too much of a concern because it is such a high guard, and the sheets are curling a lot and the rocks are really finishing. So not going to be too big of an issue for the girls. First stones for Laura Crocker, the 7th end. Caitlin Park comes up short in her last one there, leaves it just high of the house, and that's going to give the Carey team a chance to hit and roll behind just like so. Another pretty big pickle there that Team Hamilton is in. They're going to try and draw around just back button and try and use those rocks in front to as some kind of a guard. You'll probably see Chelsea Carey just start ripping everything again here. That long center guard that I've been talking about might even prove to be a little bit difficult for the Carey rink. Great weight there by Caitlin. Just didn't get the curl that they wanted to out of that rock. Chelsea's going to try and make a bit of a run back double here, I think. Throwing peel away. Laura's going to throw peel. If they make the straight peel, that is okay. But if they make the double on the one in the house, then that's ideal. This one isn't curling up enough. They're going to take one of their own out. Advance that yellow one. That's going to sit in the corner of the 8-foot there. So there might be hope for Team Hamilton yet in this end. So the Hamilton rink is actually sitting first and second shot right now. Pretty wired double for Chelsea Carey. She noses this. She will be sitting 2. And keep in mind, Chelsea does have the hammer this end. Chelsea giving it a little extra. This is curling really hard. Might be over curling, and it does over curl. So it does not make the double. Team Hamilton is still sitting shot rock. We're going to try and freeze on the corner red one and corner of the 4. If they can get the angle freeze, they will be sitting 1 and 2. It's going to be really hard for Chelsea to get both of those rocks out. This Hamilton team just will not go away this end. I'm thinking that that fantastic shot that Teryn made in the 6 has kind of rejuvenated the girls and gave them a little shot of energy to keep on going and try and win this one. Final rock here for Teryn Hamilton. This has got to move a ton. Amber Michelle just dusting this in. Got a corner freeze on that one in the red. Gets pretty close. Not quite enough weight, so there's still about 6 inches of space in between there. Let's see what Chelsea has to call. I don't know if there's a shot for 2 here or not. Depending on where that rock ended up, it doesn't look like Chelsea's even looking at it, so she might not have got second shot rock out of this. Chelsea may be sitting second shot rock, so she's going to take care of that one in the back 4 foot. 1 or 2 on this end, again, really doesn't matter. She'll be up 4 to 5. If they do play the 8th end, it'll just be pretty clean and probably run Team Hamilton out of rocks. Final rock and end number 7 for Chelsea Carey. Sweeper's really on this one. Looks like it's a bit of a curly spot. Just gets by and gets the single for sure. Girls are looking. There's the handshakes. So Chelsea Carey wins over Teryn Hamilton. Final score in this one, 7-3. So again, just to remind everybody, we will be back at 4:30. It's Mountain Standard Time for either a tiebreaker in a men's game or a ladies game. 2 ladies games again are Val Sweeting versus Heather Nedwin and Sherry Madaw versus Renee Sonnenberg. So stay tuned for that. And thanks very much for tuning in to the 9th draw of the Pomeroy Inn & Suites Prairie Showdown.